Hi guys, my name's Megan from PHBG Security Group. Today we're going to be going through how you can set up one of our cage traps that we have on loan to target foxes. When choosing where to place your fox trap, you want to make sure it's somewhere that the fox is going to walk by, but not put it directly in his path. So on this property, we've done some camera monitoring and noticed that our fox uses this fire break here and the fence line to move through. So we're going to put our trap near that, but not directly on it. We've chosen this tree here, which is going to serve a few different purposes. So it's going to help us to provide the trap with a little bit of shade, and it's also going to act as a support for the trap as well. So when placing the trap, we want to butt the back of the trap as close to the tree as we can. What that's going to do is stop the fox from being able to walk around the trap. Because this is where our lure sits, he's going to want to go to the closest end possible. Now that we've picked where we're placing our fox trap, we also want to make sure that we peg it down so it's nice and secure when Mr. Fox comes and digs around, rubs on the trap, jumps on the trap, trying to get in and figure out all the ways he can get his free food without actually walking through the gate. We've got our trap where we want it now. The next thing we want to do is to camouflage the mesh on the bottom of the trap a little bit to make it more inviting to walk across. The ground around here is a soft sand covered with leaf litter. So the first thing I'm going to do is get some sand and just lightly sprinkle it over there, making sure that I don't get too much under the pedal of the trigger mechanism. Now that we've camouflaged the bottom of the cage a little bit and our pedal mechanism is still kept nice and clear, we just want to make sure that we haven't blocked the doorway too much. So you just want to clear some of the bulk away. And we're just going to do a little test. So that's good, it still moves nice and freely to close there. So the last thing we're going to do in the setup of our fox trap is put a bit of hessian on top. This is going to serve to provide the fox with a bit of shade. It also camouflages the trap a little bit, and when we're up to the pre-feeding process where our meat is inside the trap, it stops the corvids being able to fly overhead and see it. Now we've got our trap in place, we want to think about our pre-feeding program to acclimatise the fox to the trap and increase our likelihood of success. The first thing we're going to do is wire the door open. So I've gone under both the door latch and the trap mechanism for more security. When starting your pre-feed program, you want to make sure that your bait is easily accessible to the fox, and then you're gradually going to work its way into the trap. So to start with, we're going to place our chicken wing as a nice easy grab just outside the door. And then we're also going to drizzle some of our sardine oil. This is going to be a good scent attractor for the fox. So we're going to put a little bit into the trap to make it attractive, and then a little bit towards the path that we know that he walks. So now we've got one of these fence posts that's along the track that the fox has been moving through. So we're going to put some of our sardine oil on top there as well. That's just going to be picked up by the wind and has a further distance that it can travel. Then we're going to just open up our sardines and flick them around the path that we know he is as well. So once Mr. Fox is comfortably taking the bait from outside the trap, we're going to gradually work it inside the trap but still have it as a free, easy feed. So to start with, you want to put it at close to the gate, and then we're going to eventually move it further towards the back. Now that we have our fox free feeding from the trap, we're ready to set it for trap night, and we're going to wire our piece of lure in. So we've got a convenient bait door at the back, which means you don't have to crawl through the trap, which is lovely. So we're going to open that one up. Here I've just wired my piece of chicken. Now you can either wire it to the floor or you can also wire it to the top of the cage. So now we're ready to set our trap. What we want to do is grab this tab here and raise it up. We're then going to move the locking bar and slide it up, and we can now open our door. From there, you want to just push this tab to the top of the cage trap, and we are going to lift up the little trigger plate latch and sit it on top there. So a little trick in getting your trigger latch to catch is using the weight of the door to secure it in place. So once you've slid it over that tab there, then just hold it in place and gently release the pressure of the door, and it will stay in place. Good luck with your trapping effort, guys. Feel free to touch base with any of our team members if you need some extra support, and remember, patience is key.